So we established a new civil rights cause of action for those whose intimate images were shared on the public screen. How many times have you heard, I'll bet everybody knows somebody somewhere along the line, that in an intimate relationship, what happened was the guy takes a revealing picture of his naked friend or whatever in a compromising position, and then literally, in a sense, blackmails or mortifies that person. Send it out, put it online, giving survivors real resources against abuse now. Ex-partners and stalkers who seek to humiliate and hurt them. You've created new programs to help end the backlog of the rape kits. And those rape kits, by the way, I don't know, you ought to go to your major cities, those of you in the House and Senate, this group probably has, which I have done. And this backlog is so significant. You could solve literally a significant portion of, look, the only thing I learned that's worse than for a woman, worse than a woman who is abused or raped and says it's Charlie who did it and no one believes her, him against her. And when you can take a look, if you take a look at those rape kits and went through them all, you could identify and arrest probably 40, 50% of the rapists in America. They're all there. Their DNAs are there. It's all in line. And run it against the whole panoply. Very few rapists rape only once. So look, that, there's a lot that goes unprocessed. And we have to make sure survivors get compensation. And if there have been delays in their cases, we've made improvements in the National Criminal Background Check System to help states investigate and prosecute cases when abusers who are barred from purchasing firearms attempt to do so. That we've done federally. Quite frankly, that's one of the things that held up this bill for much too long. Those are just a few of the ways we've strengthened not we, you've strengthened the law, because I just came I'm back on the range again. But look, it comes on top of the work we've done together over the last years to make progress. We know the pandemic only exacerbated instances of domestic violence and sexual violence. It shot up like a Roman candle. And through the American Rescue Plan, the administration directed $1 billion in supplemental funding for domestic violence and sexual assault services, because they're badly needed. We work with local public housing authorities to make sure that survivors trapped in a bad situation can find safe new housing options in public housing, because they don't have much to go. We also made landmark reforms in military justice system to help end the epidemic of sexual violence and harassment in armed forces. Fundamentally changing how the military investigates, prosecutes sexual assault, domestic violence, and other related crimes. Thank you, Kristen Gillibrand. Thank you, Jackie Spicer. Is Jackie here? Stand up. Stand up. You did an incredible job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Earlier this month, I signed a bipartisan bill that ends what we know as forced arbitration. That's wonderful, isn't it? No, but I mean, the small print, you sign a contract, and the small print says you can't do anything if your boss, male or female, if you end up getting abused, if you end up doing something, then you can't, you have to do it internally. No more. No more. Really? And 80% of the people who sign those don't even know what's in the contract. The mechanism prevented too many survivors of abuse and harassment in the workplace from having a choice to get their day in court. Look, there's just a few of the steps you've all taken and how much you've improved this legislation. But as everyone in this room knows, this work is not going to stop. It never stops. Today, 1 year since a gunman killed 8 people in Atlanta, 6 of whom were women of Asian descent. These horrific murders are a reminder that we still have work to do to put an end to misogyny and racism and all forms of hate we have. We're never going to get it all done. We can't ever stop trying. As long as there are women in this country and around the world who live in fear of violence, there's more we have to do to fulfill this sacred commitment. No one, regardless of gender, sexual orientation, should experience abuse, period. And if they do, they should have the service and support they need to get through it, and we're not going to rest. But in the meantime, all of you should be enormously proud of what you've accomplished. This reauthorization is testament to the power of your voices and your tireless dedication to changing things for the better. And one last thing. Some of you in here helped me work on the International Violence Against Women Act. I'm coming back. Seriously. And I'll tell you a very short concluding story. When I was vice president, I can't remember, probably the 7th year in or thereabouts, I was in India. And I met at the home where Mahatma Gandhi was able to be hidden for a long while. And I met with two of the daughters of India's most serious liberators. And you know, I thought they were going to ask me questions about, U.S.-Indian relations. They said, can you help us write a Violence Against Women Act? Not a joke. Just by some of you speaking out, Republicans and Democrats, just by your speaking out about how we abhor those nations that do, in fact, call for and go through the list, is changing behaviors. I think we have to be even stronger than that, but that's another boring speech. But look, let's keep going. Thank you all. May God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, hit like and subscribe to our channel so you'll be sure to see similar videos from BlazeTV with the added bonus of signaling YouTube that your voice and opinion still matters. And if you're looking for more great conservative content, check out one of the 2 videos suggested here.